During the day, he is the obedient daughter of a wealthy family. But at night, he transforms into a formidable madam, controlling the best trainees in all of Korea. However, fate is unpredictable, and this night, he suddenly becomes the target of a gang. He was thrown into a car by Woo Yoon because the gang leader was interested in Xiao Ju's online order-taking skills. But as the youngest madam, how could Xiao Ju not have some tricks up his sleeve? Just as the gang leader was about to pull him out, the gang leader's wife heard the commotion and was about to come over to see what was happening when Xiao Ju suddenly attacked from behind, holding a knife to her neck. The gang leader, now stabbed and in agony, realized how ruthless this girl was. Just as the standoff continued, a car crashed in from outside the door. It headed straight for the gang leader, hitting Xiao Ju and the gang leader's wife as well. His family's vehicle rammed into them again. The gang leader shouted in shock, "Damn, it's Xuer." He told Xiao Ju to get in the car quickly. The two of them drove a pickup truck, crashing through everything in their path to escape. They fled to the wilderness, looking anxious and uncertain. Having been in business for half their lives, they never expected to encounter a gang. Xuer, afraid of leaving evidence, wiped the steering wheel with his clothes, while Xiao Ju took out a lighter. At this point, they didn't dare go home, so they went to a hotel to lay low for a while. After a quick wash, this fugitive couple began the most heartfelt dialogue of the show. Just as they were about to kiss, sirens suddenly sounded outside. Xuer became instantly alert. Xiao Ju explained that it was an ambulance, but he smiled painfully, unsure of what to do next. He didn't want to continue living a life of fear. Xiao Ju looked at the pained Xuer and realized it was time to end it. Early the next morning, Xiao Ju sneaked into the gang leader's lair again. He found the gang leader's work phone and mixed it with Xuer's work phone. He planned to frame the gang leader with all this evidence. But just as he finished, the gang leader appeared behind him. "Didn't expect this, did you? I've tolerated you for a long time." He wanted to settle the score, but fortunately, Xiao Ju had left a backup plan. At that moment, he was leading a group of people to cause trouble at the gang leader's shop. The two groups met head-on, glaring at each other, ready to fight without a word. Xiao Ju's group, with more people, fought their way from the front hall to the back, while the gang, unarmed, was beaten, cried out for help. But the gang quickly mobilized their elite team, urging them to get up and fight. Although Xiao Ju's group had more people, the gang's experience was formidable, and they gradually fell behind. However, Uncle Kwan, who had just been discharged from the hospital, joined the battle, turning the tide. Xiao Ju took advantage of the chaos to escape to the door, but was blocked by Xiao Kala. At the critical moment, Xuer appeared, knocking down Xiao Kala and helping Xiao Ju to escape. But the gang leader chased after them again. Uncle Kwan heard the cries for help and rushed over, knocking Xiao Kala down with a punch. The gang leader, trembling with fear, quickly ran to the rooftop, while Uncle Kwan looked at Xuer. It turns out Uncle Kwan always knew that Xuer was his boss behind the scenes. So Uncle Kwan had always been silently protecting Xuer. He staggered after him to the rooftop, but was ambushed by the gang leader, who stabbed a steel rod straight into his abdomen. Uncle Kwan pulled out the steel rod and delivered a heavy punch to the gang leader. After one punch, Uncle Kwan became even angrier, delivering a series of heavy punches. He followed up with another hit, which triggered. But the gang leader ambushed again, stabbing a knife into Uncle Kwan's kidney. Uncle Kwan could only endure it. By the time the police arrived, Uncle Kwan had already become a cold corpse. With both of them perishing together, it seemed everything would calm down. However, the police accidentally discovered the money the gang leader had given to Xuer. He had hidden a tracker in it, and the money was stashed in the association's office sofa. Xuer only realized this later. When he returned to the office, he found the sofa had been emptied. It was all over. Xuer scratched his head, wondering what to do next. Since Uncle Kwan was gone, the only one who could save him now was Xiao Ju. He quickly took out his phone. He told Xuer to go home immediately, pack his things, and escape the country together. Just as Xuer finished packing, Xiao Da showed up at the door. He already knew the truth. It turned out his girlfriend Jin Mao Mei had been working under Xuer for a high-paying part-time job. He had to run, seizing the opportunity to hit Xiao Da on the head and ran towards the door, but was quickly pulled back. Then Xiao Da picked up the scissors from the table. Fortunately, Xiao Ju timely hit Xiao Da with a flower pot, knocking him out. He supported Xuer, trying to escape together. As they reached the stairway, Xuer couldn't hold on any longer. He said he couldn't make it, that they couldn't escape like this, and told Xiao Ju to go on without him. But Xiao Ju didn't want to give up. The two of them sat on the ground, waiting. When the police arrived at Xuer's house, it was a mess, and Xiao Da had already left. Following the trail to the stairway, they found Xuer and Xiao Ju were also gone. At the end of the film, the director left an open ending hinting at a second season. But from Xuer's expression, it seems someone appeared in time to save them. As for who that person might be, feel free to discuss in the comments. This concludes the show. I'm Pai Fu. See you in the next series.